friends forever. Yes YouTube, welcome back to another video and thanks for joining me. So in today's video we're going to be adding a fogger onto my panther chameleon's enclosure. We'll discuss the importance of humidity and how to maintain humidity, as well as some of the dangers of using foggers. So that's something I'm interested in, as well as seeing my male panther chameleon bird. And that's all coming up in today's video, so don't go anywhere, and that's all coming up right after this. Okay, and welcome back. So like I said in today's intro, we're going to take a little bit of a better look into humidity and hydration for my male panther chameleon bird. Now if you watched one of the last videos I made on this, we made a DIY dripping system for him, and I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to go and check that video out. But also in that video I did mention I want to get a 3-stage watering system or hydration system on here for him, and that will comprise of the dripping system we already got on there, the misting system which I haven't yet set back up again, and also a fogger which we're going to be doing today. Now I'll go through the install and some of the reasons why I'm going through and looking at this way of creating humidity and hydration for him, as well as explaining some of the pitfalls and the dangers of using foggers or humidifiers in your reptile enclosure. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, then make sure you stay tuned. But without further ado, let's just get on with today's video. So this is the unit we're going to be using today, and this is the Zoom-Aid Repti fogger, and as always I'll leave a link down in the description if you're going to check them out yourself. But we're going to be using this today. Now this is something I've had here for a while, and it's probably not best suited for an enclosure this size, just because it's probably designed for a smaller enclosure, and I used to have this set up on my Cameroon dwarf geckos or my Ligodactylus connerii way back when we had those. But I've got this here, so I thought we'd give it a go anyway, as we've got one. I'm probably going to look for something a bit more robust, so probably a bit more suitable for this size enclosure, because it's a 4-foot high enclosure. But while we got it, we'll give it a go and see if these series work. So I'm probably going to have to place the unit itself on top of Bert's enclosure, and probably run an extension cable at the back, because the lead isn't the longest really. And I'll set her on a timer. Now Bert's lights come on about 11 AM in the morning, go off about 11 AM at night. Now this goes on in stages, so his heat lamps and his UV will come on at first, and then maybe 3 hours later his jungle dawn will come on, and then in the night time then the jungle dawn will go off a couple of hours before the UVB and the heat lamps. So I'm going to put this set to come on about ½ hour to an hour before lights come on, just to try and raise that humidity like it would in the wild. You get mist and fog from those cooler times in the day before the sun comes up. So that's what we're trying to replicate. So why don't we go ahead now and try and get this installed, and then I'll come back and rejoin you in a little bit. Okay, so we got the fogger installed and Bert's out for a little drink, so I'll just give him a spray down. A little drink, Bert? Or are you just being rude and putting your tongue out? But he's doing well, his drip is still going well, so he's got another source of hydration there. I spray him down manually roughly about 3 times a day, which seems to keep the humidity up where it needs to be. You want to spray it down and allow it to dry out slightly. You don't want it to be like an arid environment, but there's a lot of the plants, and obviously to avoid respiratory infections, you just want to make sure that you're not overwatering. But we will be adding the mist king system on here very soon, just because it gives him a better routine, and just to make sure that I'm up here when I need to be, just in case anything happens I couldn't spray him down. But the fogger is hard to see. I'll switch her on just temporarily. Right. But it's really hard to see because it's such a small fogger. Oh, you can't actually see it there. You see it coming down. So that'll run on for about 10 minutes to fit. I think actually 15 minutes in the morning. So I'm going to turn this off now just because it's not going to do me any good tonight. Today, even in the day. So put that back onto time. So it's working on fine, so hopefully then that'll come on an hour before his light in the morning and aid to bring the humidity up. Bert's looking to pose again. How you doing, mate? So yeah, so we're going forward on this enclosure. A lot of the plants are doing really well. I'm pleased with these starting to grow in down the bottom now and sort of creeping out towards the light. So they weren't doing too well a couple of weeks ago. Brom's still doing really well. We're probably going to add some more of those in at some point. And I know one of my viewers, Tim, he'll be pleased to know that. But I think that's enough of taking a look at this tank. Why don't we crack on with the rest of the video? One last look at Bert. And we'll crack on with the rest of the video. Say bye, Bert. No? Alright, fair enough. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video and taken something from it. Now we're going to continue to try and improve on the setup and equipment for these animals. Like I mentioned before, by no means do I feel like they're being neglected, but there's always ways of improving the care you give to your animals and offer them different solutions. So we're going to always continue to develop how we care for these animals. If that's something that interests you, then make sure you are subscribed if you're not already, and make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss out any future videos. Now, like I mentioned in plenty of other videos, there's plenty of exciting things to come, new builds, new setups, and this room is still being built, it's still nowhere near being finished, so there's plenty of exciting things to come. Now, like I mentioned in one of the last videos, I will be focusing on some of the aquascapes lately. I've got those out and got those ready to be scaped, and I've looking to order plants today for them. So that's something interesting, then make sure you stay tuned and make sure to go anywhere to see those videos. But I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today. If you're interested in any of the products you've seen today, so the Repti fogger, I'll leave a link down in the description. If you've got any questions or any suggestions on videos you'd like to see coming up, then make sure you hit me up in the comment section below. As well, I'll be doing a viewers setup video again, because I know a lot of you like that and like sending your entries of your setups in, and we can take a look at those on this channel. So I've got a few entries already, so if you want to get yours in and want to show anything off, whether that be an aquarium, terrarium, an animal, a project, anything like that, then hit me up at johnsrainforestroom@gmail.com. I'll also leave that email address down in the description as well. So make sure you hit me up and send over your submissions. But I'm working at the moment to try and get ahead of a video schedule. My aim is to try and get four videos out per week. And I'll include the 3 regular updates we have, so a sort of vloggy style video on a Sunday and mostly on a Wednesday, and I'll also release sort of a 2 to 4 minute video, as well as I've started releasing some YouTube Shorts videos. So let me know what you guys think about these sort of content, or if there's anything else you'd like to see or any changes in the format. I'll be really grateful for any of your feedback. But I think that's enough of me waffling on for one day. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and supporting the channel. Go and check out my merch if that's something you'd like to do, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.